What's up, Scorpios? How's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and we are doing a reading for you for the new moon that we are moving through. The new moon is in Leo for this month, and for me, my biggest takeaway, or how I interpret that for all of us, our biggest takeaway should be to first of all, put our negative attributes affiliated with the sign of Leo in check on some level. So if you find yourself controlling in any kind of way, domineering in any kind of way, and like not any kind of way, I should say in a bad kind of way. And what was the other one? Controlling, domineering, and arrogant. It's time to put those three things in check if we've been having any behaviors associated with that. Now, on a positive note, with Leo in the new moon, I feel like the new moon is challenging us to reset our capacity for courage, our capacity to be charismatic, and also our capacity to be confident. Those are all the most positive attributes affiliated with the sign of Leo, and courageous as well. I don't know if I said that. So without further ado, let's start off with the cards that I pulled for today from the Oracle of Black Enchantment by Deviant Moon. They came through reverse. So interestingly, because this is the Black Enchantment deck, the shadow aspect is when it's upright, reverse is when it is the light aspect. So we are tapping into our own personal inner light worker with these reverse cards. And with these two cards, I can't remember, what are they called? So the Flying Queen and Glamour. So my interpretation of these two cards is that this is about maintaining a growth mindset when you might be struggling to come into, like, connect with the best version of yourself. So as you can see, this individual, the way that they see themselves is a bit misled. It's got some Dorian Gray vibes to it. All right. So this could be about faking it until you make it. This could also be about just seeing things a little bit better than they really are. So you might be subscribing to like toxic positivity on some level. That leaves such a huge bad taste in my mouth, toxic positivity. I'm not really a fan of that. But this is also having a vision of how you want to see yourself as well. Right? Okay. So growth mindset. How do you want to see yourself? These are important things to think about. Let's see what the Zammer twins got to say. From the Zammer Oracle. Ooh, we have the Grotto. So the Grotto, not to be mistaken with Hugh Hefner's Grotto, although maybe, why not? Number 39 might be a significant number for you. Maybe you are 39. 3 and 9 is 12. So if you're doing some numerology work, 12 or 3 might be something that you want to look at. You could also feel like there is some type of invasion of privacy. So having no time for yourself and a confused or cluttered mind, you might be a little bit agitated. This is because upright, this card is about a spiritual sanctuary, finding a spiritual sanctuary. So on some level, your spiritual sanctuary has been compromised. So for how and why that is the case, you either need to basically pick up and take over the space that, like, reclaim your space, or find a new space, create a new space. Sometimes you have to make room for more, and that is a blessing that you have more to handle. But it's like the same concept as, like, you know, more money, more problems, right? More abundance, more people in your life, more anything. You just have to make space for it. So you can revisit how you see the things, right? Remember, growth mindset. How do you want your growth mindset to look? Maybe Mildred can provide us with some insight about that with the Enchanted Oracle. Is this called the Enchanted Oracle? I can't remember. It's Miss Mildred's Oracle. No, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. You can find it on deviantmoon.com. Lots of cool decks there. So rat. 35. So rat is reversed. I hope that's a good thing, because nobody likes a rat. Although pet rats are cute. So shout out to all the pet rat lovers out there. They are super fun. Okay, so it is better when it's reversed. So there's a person, maybe this person that you feel like might be taking over your space is actually someone that you can trust and someone who's actually helping you heal. So you need to see that as a blessing. Count your blessings right now, Scorpio. Because reverse that card means that they're a traitor or untrustworthy. And I don't think that, I mean, what the cards don't lie. So the cards are saying that this person, you know, bare minimum is not untrustworthy and is not going to violate you in any type of way, is not there for that purpose. So you need to call, if you're feeling violated or like your space is being taken over on some level, you need to reassess your reaction and tap into that growth mindset. Okay. Damn. Damn. Let's see what the cards. Tarot. I'm going to look into some tarot. So, a general reading for Scorpio for the new moon in Leo. What is Leo's core concern right now? Not Leo's, Scorpio's core concern right now. Ooh, good times. Congregating. When you're going to have an awesome meeting of the minds, or you could already have something planned. But this is about having fun. This is about celebrating love. Maybe it's, maybe there's an anniversary. This is also just being around your friends, like your core group of friends, and just enjoying the festivities. It really is a celebration of love, a celebration of being ready for love, taking things to the next level. But it's also congregating with those who you love for the purpose of emotional fulfillment. It's like very strong spiritual connection as well when it comes to the Three of Cups. When you think about it, like, spirituality is literally about the way that you're connected with everyone and everything in your surroundings. It can also be about isolation, but having a sense of purpose and spirituality really is about the relationship you see with those who you share your life with and your surroundings. So we have the Knight of Wands. Whoops. The Knight of Wands is trying to take off. Got you spinning. So the Knight of Wands has you spinning around. Maybe they're spinning around. Maybe they spin out a little bit. They could be a fire sign. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But this person really lights your fire. They got your back. The the Knight of Wands is the quintessential knight in shining armor. I'll say that time and time again. So if you feel like that sounds like broken record, it is what it is. The Knight of Wands is awesome. They have your back. It's almost like they want to work for you. They want you to put them to work. And they have a lot of drive to get shit done, to be busy during the day, what else? To help you see your goals. So this is like the soldier that you want backing you up 100%. And they have a warrior spirit too. So you can't, they're very passionate. Very, very passionate. The Ace of Cups reversed, though. Unfortunately, overlooking the situation, the universe is telling you that your love cup is a little bit empty. Maybe you need to drink more water. Maybe you need to emotionally connect with yourself. Go swimming even. Be in water. Water is life. What else? Sometimes this is all about just having a better understanding of water too, of life, how important it is, how many people suffer on account of not having it. And so often it's, that kind of shit's happening in our own backyard. So not to be a Debbie Downer here, but you really need to, you could just very well be emptying your cup and just for the purpose of refilling it. You might feel like your cup is empty right now. And again, this is a good time to count your blessings. Count your blessings. And sometimes love is boring. It's not like rainbows and Skittles and excitement all around 100% of the time, right? We have the Page of Swords. So you're learning on a mental level how to see things differently, how to recognize the ways in which you need to analyze things a little bit more closely in some ways, and then also analyze things more broadly in other ways. So this is developing your analytical mind to translate into, or like the transferable skills of analyzing or analysis to your spirit. So like a heightened spiritual analysis on the situation. And so you may want to look into, reconnect with your spirituality, reconnect with like sacred knowledge that comes from your ancestors, whoever they may be. It's as simple as that. Now, not an easy task, but it's big to take on, and it does definitely require a certain amount of drive. Like, you have to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, then you're not going to. But subconsciously, your mind's like, hey, this is a great time to feel, like, to broaden my connection with my surroundings and the people that I love, and maybe getting a little bit more philosophical about it. And you've been there before. You've done that. You're very brilliant. Like, you're very smart. Or there's a smart person that taught you well in a lot of ways about how to see things. Now, they might have been a little bit harsh and a little bit sharp, but they were committed to nurturing some worldly offspring. It's really important to have that type of parent, It's such a blessing to have that type of parent that makes you think, teaches you to think. And then we have the Seven of Wands. This person's looking a little bit lost. It's reversed though. So it's like there's no massive conflict that you're dealing with, I would say. Yeah. Even though you may feel like you're at a loss on some level, or like the world might be against you, I would say that you should maybe do an inventory of the ways in which you have access to privilege, the ways in which you are a privileged individual. That might be what you're faced with in the very near future. You may find yourself in a situation where you have to check your privilege. Yep. Good way to do that is to analyze your social location. You can look that up. Restraint. There's something that you're going to have to, like, you don't want to restrain yourself on any level. Maybe like what's getting in your way right now is really wanting to just have a good time all the time. That your good times might be getting the best of you. Because when you think about it, right, like, so partying is awesome. Having a good time, drinks all around, right? There are so many reasons why we can celebrate and give thanks and so many, like jolly times and, spirits and wine and all those things. It really is wonderful. There is such a delightfulness about it. When you do it too many times, when you're doing it too often, and especially if you like to really have fun, you like to party hardy a little bit, it really does take its toll on your body. And, as you get older, I hope, like for the young Scorpios out there watching this may sound very boring, but it's real. You're going to find yourself one day feeling like you can't keep up with yourself, right? Like you feel the same on the inside, but, the earth suit does not match how you feel. So, it's a good time to maybe like reconsider or reassess what too much is. Because sometimes for some people, one is too many and 1,000 is too much. But other times, folks just really are not like cluing into the fact that they're really not even thinking about it. So you may want to think about restraint on some level. Now, this doesn't have to be alcohol. It could be any mood-altering behavior. It can be even as simple as food. Like, I love food, so I'm going to use that as an example. Restraining from food and figuring out the things that you have no business eating, that is a daunting task that requires a massive amount of discipline. I wish I had all of the discipline. At this time in my life, I don't. So what do you wish you had more discipline with? And what things should you wish you have more discipline with? Right? That's a good sort of way to describe it. So your attitude is a little bit too much, like you're into too much. Okay? Which could be the reason why you're feeling so down and out. If you got too much going on, nothing is going to satisfy you. So what satisfies you? And just try to have moderation. Moderation is key. So moderation and a good sense of direction. Efficiency. How can you be the most efficient you? That's the question. Because if you got, if you got all of your energy going off in different directions, you're only going to half-ass deal with, say, for example, 8 things you got going on, right? If you only give little pieces to each, or if you just like throw all of your energy and hope that like this mashup of energy deals efficiently with all of your 8 things, it's probably not going to happen. So when you are dealing with your stuff, try to focus more on one thing at a time. And that can be easier said than done for a lot of people. But either way, folks are recognizing that you may have some issues related to, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Some issues related to executive functioning, or you're just struggling to focus and put your energy into one thing. And that's okay. But if you want other people to see you like you have your shit together a little bit more, not that you don't have your shit together, but if you want people to see that you can handle things, like if you need people to see that you're not all over the place or that you don't have too much on your plate, then you're going to have to sort of figure out a way to project that. And you have the ultimate hope, the ultimate source of energy, the ultimate balance of give and take. That is like the ultimate critical form of hope as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing, it's almost like you feel like you can handle anything, or you just sort of like hope for a better future. Yeah. I would say hope for balance and sustainability. Interestingly. And then we have okay, this is weird. It's like you're not getting recognized for something that you want to be recognized for. So, which brings into question, why do you want to be recognized for this? Do you even, like, if you do, why? If you don't, then it shouldn't be a big deal. But recognition and validation from others is kind of a weakness on some level. It stems from insecurities, wanting other people to validate you on some level. And I think what's most important is that you validate yourself. Like if you are not validating yourself, if you don't fully recognize your awesomeness, and like the new moon in Leo is definitely going to present you with with that challenge. If you can't recognize your own like awesomeness and be confident in your awesomeness, then most certainly other people aren't going to recognize it in you. And if you're constantly looking for that recognition, you're just basically not doing it for yourself. You should have no need to look. Your awesomeness is your awesomeness. You don't need to be recognized. I mean, to a certain degree, it's important to not allow yourself to go unrecognized continuously, because that's kind of like being a bit of a doormat on some level, right? It's subscribing to some bizarre type of martyr complex. That's also toxic. So unless that's your jam, don't do it, right? Let's see what else here. We need to clarify this. Can we clarify the 6 of Wands? Okay. So not being recognized because you're not moving forward, because you're not moving. Maybe there's no growth in a situation or not working enough. There's like a lack of doing that's on account of this. And like, okay, so if that's the case, if people see that you don't do enough or think that you're not doing enough, I mean, first of all, is that really their business? Second of all, do you really need to like slave to be valid? Slave yourself to a situation to be valid? And you like, I feel like there's going to be some arguing happening, or like this is like a relationship where the bad outweighs the good. I feel like this is starting to go somewhere else with maybe some other Scorpios. But yeah, like work might become a bit of a bone of contention in your relationship, but you're not going to sweat it. You are not going to sweat it, but I feel like on some level there's going to be something where you're going to realize the bad outweighs the good, and you're going to need to put something in check on some level. and seek justice. Justice will be served. So if you're the good guy, Scorpio, then everything's going to be fine and dandy in your situation. In situations with other Scorpios where you are not the good guy, or there's been some type of wrong that you are affiliated with, justice will also be served. You're going to, yeah, it's going to happen on some level. Either way, this is a really solid read. I'm liking this. So whatever issues you're having, Scorpio, I'm going to say that they are going to be resolved on some level. And it's going to inform some new intentions that you set for yourself and for the people that you love, I would say, as well. So learning how to work with all the elements in your home, in your work life, in your friend circle, in your love life. It's so important to be able to work with all the elements. And it's simple, basic things that we use to set intentions, like candles and water, and yeah. We think about the tools that we use for cooking, knives and fire, right? So it's good. It's all gravy, baby. I really hope that the next 28 days are amazing for you, that this is a great little reset for the new moon in Leo. And we will catch you next time. Take care and bye for now.